Welcome to 5-Minute Coding, SQL series. Let's get coding. Today we'll explore how to write queries that search for patterns of data. You can search for simple patterns using the like keyword in a where clause. Like has two wildcard characters. The percent sign is used to match 0 or more of any character, and the underscore is used to match any one character. Let's try some examples. In these examples, we'll use the city table in the world database. Let's write a query that will return the names of all cities that begin with the word east. To do this, we'll say, where name, like east, followed by the percent sign in single quotes. We'll run this query by pressing Ctrl-Enter. It returns 4 cities that all begin with east. Next, let's change this query to search for cities that contain the word east anywhere in their name. To do this, we'll add another percent sign before the word east. When we run this, we get one additional city that has east at the end of its name. Now let's write a query to return all the cities that have the letter V as the second character in their name. To do this, we'll start with an underscore so that any first letter will be matched. Then the letter V followed by the percent sign so that any other characters after V will be allowed. When we run this query, we see that all the results contain V in the second character position. Using the like keyword is great for writing queries that search for simple patterns. But for more complicated pattern searches, SQL provides the ability to use a technique called regular expressions. SQL implements regular expressions through the keyword regexp. A regular expression can use any of these symbols or any combination of them to match just about any pattern you can imagine. I'll demonstrate example queries that use each of these symbols to perform different types of pattern searches. First, let's write a simple regular expression using a text-only search. In this example, we'll look for all cities that contain the word C in their name. Notice that this query returns cities that have C at the end of their name, in the middle of their name, and at the beginning of their name. If we would like to change this query to return only the cities whose names begin with C, we can do that by placing the caret symbol at the beginning of the search pattern. This symbol anchors the rest of the expression to the beginning of the text. This query returns only Seattle because it's the only city that begins with C. Now let's change this expression to only search for cities that end with C. We do this by placing a $sign at the end of the search pattern. The $sign anchors the rest of the expression to the end of the text. Running this query gives us the 2 cities that end with C. If we would like our query to return only cities with C in the middle of their name, we can do that by adding a period at the beginning and at the end of the search pattern like this. Now this query returns only the one city with C in the middle of its name. For the next examples, let's start by writing a regular expression to return only cities that begin with the word west. You can see that it returns 6 results. Let's change this query to return only the cities that contain either the letter M or the letter O immediately after the word west. We do this by specifying these letters in brackets. Now the query returns only the 2 cities that match this pattern. We can reverse this logic and return only the cities that do not contain M or O after the word west by adding a caret symbol in the brackets. Note that when the caret symbol is used inside the brackets, it has a different meaning than when it is used outside the brackets. This returns the other 4 cities from the original query. Now let's write a query to return all the cities that end with any of the letters W, X, Y, or Z. We could list all 4 of these characters separately inside the brackets, but we can also specify a range of characters like this. Then we'll add the $sign to anchor the pattern search to the end of the city names. This query returns 153 rows that match this pattern. We can also create OR conditions in a regular expression using the pipe symbol. For example, let's write a query to return all cities that end with either hill or valley. Notice that we need to add parentheses so that the OR part of the expression will be evaluated separately from the $sign. When we run this, we get 6 city names that all end with either hill or valley. Learning to write regular expressions takes practice, so be sure to take some time to experiment with the many different possibilities. In the next video, we'll talk about how to write queries involving rows of data that contain empty values using the keyword null. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and check out the other videos in this 5-Minute Coding series.